Fennig here with Fennig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Hey, today we're down here at West College Corner, Indiana at Apple Farm Service. We're giving these guys a hand out here. They sold a bunch of planters here in the last 6 months, and they asked for Fennig Equipment's help to install some aftermarket supplies. We're going to talk about some row cleaners, some surefire stuff. But first I wanted to touch on the planter itself. This is a 24-row Kinze 4905. Brand new from the factory. Just came in a couple weeks ago, and we're getting this thing geared up for spring. Today is April 20th, and they're calling for snow here shortly. This thing's going to be eating acres here before we know it. We installed this 500-gallon tank, so this is going to feed his 2x2 system. His 2x2 system is a precision conceal. It's fertilizer that we'll talk about here in a second. But so this is his 2x2 fertilizer tank, and then out on the wings, he's got two tanks that are 200 gallons. So those are two 200s. Those are going to feed the in-furrow. We'll show you what's feeding the in-furrow here in a little bit. Over here, we've got our Surefire Ag Systems red ball tree. There's one on each side. And of course, as you guys know, what's unique about Surefire, they've got the metering tubes. We're running the variable rate tubes in here, so as he speeds up and slows down, because this is a high-speed planter, it's going to change what tube the fertilizer is going through to adjust rates on the fly. It's pretty handy. It's all going to be ran through the John Deere 2630 up here on this big tractor, and we'll swing around here and we'll talk about the attachments on the actual row unit. So first I'm going to start out with out front, the Yetter Shark Tooth row cleaners. You guys have heard us talk about these for a long time. Here at Fennig Equipment, we're huge advocates of removing the no-till coulter because it's mounted rigid. And anything that it hits, it's going to move this row unit. Any rock or soft spot, it's basically welded to the front, so it does a lot of damage to your row unit. Not only that, but we see false bottoms where the no-till coulter is set too deep, a lot of hairpinning of residue. So we like to put a floating row cleaner. So the row cleaner is going to move the residue out of the way. If there's something it can't move, it's going to ride up over it rather than disturb your seed tube. So Yetter Shark Tooth row cleaners up front. From there, we've got the Precision Conceal. A lot of you guys have heard about the Conceal, and as I lift this up, you can see that is the knife that rides underneath this gauge wheel. So we take off the factory gauge wheel, put on the split gauge wheel, and here's your spring. As you're planting, the fertilizer is placed right here out of this knife. It's a pretty handy 2x2 fertilizer system. From there, we've got the Kinze in-furrow. This is a Kinze product, similar to maybe some totally tubular products you guys have seen, but it, again, is going in furrow down in between the seed disc. From there, we've got the Copperhead Ag furrow cruisers. The poly spike wheels are the big thing now, and this customer is running those as well. We also installed the Yield 360 drag chains. I do like the new design of these. They work pretty slick, and they're going to do a good job of just finishing that furrow off. So that's what we're doing today on this Kinze 4905. We're wrapping it up today down here at West College Corner. So if you guys have any questions or would like to know more about the products and the things that we're doing here, give Fennig Equipment a call, and thanks for tuning in.